I struggled for a long time with surviving. And no matter what, you keep finding something to fight for.
Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you've said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're back from our Last of Us Part 2 video. In today's video, I will be discussing the fate of one of the main characters in The Last of Us 2, and whether I believe this person will live or die. This character ends up being Joel, the main playable character in the first one. He will still be a main character in the second one, but according to Naughty Dog, will not be playable. I do still think we will get some playable scenes with him probably near the end of the game, but Ellie is the main playable protagonist in The Last of Us Part 2. So, around 6 months ago, I made a video discussing if I believe Joel was alive or dead, and that was before we got the release date trailer, which confirmed his return in The Last of Us Part 2. So now the question breaks down to, now that he's alive, confirmed, will he die at some point, probably near the end of The Last of Us Part 2? So recently I discussed if Ellie was going to live or die, and I used a clip that Neil Druckmann had discussed why nobody's safe in The Last of Us Part 2. I'm going to play it right now.
Real stakes, and with The Last of Us, no one is safe. And we wanted people to go into The Last of Us Part 2, especially with this theme, and what we're trying to say with this game is knowing that no one is safe, not even these two.
No one is safe, not even these two.
So right off the bat, with that clip, you basically have the inclination that, yeah, something bad's gonna happen. This is gonna be an emotional game, and considering the fact that Ellie's gonna go on revenge and there's going to be consequences of this with groups hunting her down and stuff, could we expect Joel to potentially get captured? We already know from what we've seen so far that Tommy ends up getting captured and Ellie has to find him. So you really start to see that there's starting to build up some kind of danger, and especially when Tommy says this.
I have to finish it.
You have no idea what you're walking into.
What are you doing?
You don't know how large that group is, how armed.
I don't care. You can't stop this.
And what Tommy said there, you don't know how big this group is, you don't know how dangerous they are, and they show a bunch of clips of the might of this group and, you know, how armored up and how many there are. So this is going to be very, very intimidating, and like I said, it goes straight to Ellie saying you can't stop this. So she doesn't give a damn. She's going straight into this, she's going to fight, and this all connects with the idea that Joel's in danger, especially considering the fact that, in my opinion, I believe Ellie will survive, but I think Joel's gonna end up dying. A lot of people expect it. A lot of people don't want to say it, but they expect Joel to end up dying by the end of this game. I don't expect it to be a happy, happy ending where they all live, you know? Another thing I'd like to mention, this was last year. Neil Druckmann tweeted, and that's a wrap on Ellie, Joel, and the most ambitious cinematic shoot we've ever done. Tears were shed. Basically, this was their last cinematic shoot for The Last of Us Part 2, and now you start to really bring intrigue of what does this hint for the end? And that means likely in the end that Joel and Ellie will both be there, but like I said, if it's emotional, if tears are being shed, I'm anticipating somebody's dying here, and that's going to be Ellie or Joel, and my guess, this is going to be Joel. And again, they're both sad here. You can just tell that there's just something. Also, I'd like to note this was the last cinematic scene they shot for the entire game. So, really hinting stuff that everybody's going to probably cry like a baby. And like I said, everyone says, we're not ready. I'm not ready for this, guys. I'm not ready. I'm anticipating the ending of this game is just going to be frickin' the Fields train hitting us all down. And I've also thought about the idea of where this Ellie's revenge thing could lead to Joel's death, where her going through all this killing and murder is going to eventually backfire, and Joel could die either at the end or somewhere in the middle / end. I just think it's more than likely going to happen. And everything I've discussed kind of hints it. The Last of Us 1, when you look back at it, really, again, there was a lot of deaths and a lot of people, minor characters, some major ones died, but Ellie and Joel survived. Again, if you're going through the same thing here and you're anticipating them both to live here and have a happy ever after, well, they've kind of had that the last 5 years, it's time probably for that not to happen, and it's going to be emotional. There's lots of hints of a sad ending, and I've talked about this in the last couple of videos. Get ready, it is coming. The Last of Us Part 2 is nearly 3 months away from releasing, and as we get closer and closer, we'll be discussing this more and more. But ladies and gentlemen, that's been it for the video. Let me know down below in the comments, based on all this hinting that I've stated, that if you think Joel is going to live or die at the end of The Last of Us Part 2. I expect Joel to be dying here, guys. I know, don't hate me for saying that. I think there's too many hints, and the first one ended off on somewhat of a happy ending that we can kind of expect that to probably happen. So that'll do it for the video. If you guys want to stay connected with me, join our Discord server. We discussed The Last of Us there. Links down below. Twitter, DomTheBomb YT. And you guys, we're about to 2K on Instagram. You guys can follow my Instagram, DomTheBomb. YouTube would greatly appreciate that. Check out links in the description down below. And if you want to keep with anything related to The Last of Us 2 before it's released, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And let's go for 300 likes. You all have a great one, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.